Welcome to this episode of Salt, Pepper, Oil. Today we're going to show you how to make roasted potato salad with caramelized leeks and shiitake mushrooms, topped with oven roasted chicken and a sour cream Thai chili sauce. Stay tuned. So what you're going to get in your kit is sliced fingerlings, chicken breast, sliced leeks and shiitake mushrooms, along with diced celery, arugula, a sour cream Thai chili sauce that has pickled Thai chilies, capers, and pickled shallots. So for this meal, you're gonna need three things. You're gonna need a smaller saute pan, medium-sized saute pan, and a baking sheet with a piece of parchment or foil, whatever you prefer. Just make sure that the pan that you're intending for the chicken is an oven-safe saute pan. So if you have cast iron at home, or anything that can go into the oven without a rubber handle on it, that would be ideal. Let's get to cooking. So first thing we're gonna do is get the potatoes in the oven. So grab your potatoes, pop them on your tray. A little bit of salt, pepper, and oil on these guys. Salt, pepper, oil, right? So with these, toss this a little bit just with your hands right in the pan. There's no point of using a bowl for this and then getting a bowl dirty. Just do it right on the tray, get it mixed up. We got the potatoes all spread out. Now we're gonna pop them into a 450-degree preheated oven for about 10 to 12 minutes and let these guys roast. Don't touch them. Just let them go for the whole cook time and you'll be all set. Next thing is the chicken. All right, so first thing is get your pan on for the chicken. Get that about medium to medium high heat. A little bit of drizzle of oil on there. A little bit of fresh cracked pepper. And salt on this guy. We'll season the first side, season the second side once it's in the pan. All right, so we're gonna get the chicken in the pan. As you can see, it's just starting to smoke over here on the pan, and that's what you want. You wanna make sure that there's a little bit of smoke coming off that pan. You're gonna lay the chicken away from you into the pan. We're gonna let this go for about 1 to 2 minutes, get a nice golden brown color on it. All right, so we just got the chicken flipped. We're gonna pop it into the oven for about 4 minutes on this second side, then flip it again back onto the first side for about another 2 minutes until we reach a temperature internally of about 155 to 160 degrees. That'll carry us over to 165 degrees in temperature internally. All right, so next thing we're gonna start sauteing the veggies down. We got the leeks, shiitake mushrooms, and celery. And get this pan preheating on about a medium, low to medium heat, depending on your stove. So just get that preheating. You don't want to smoke on this oil. You just want it to be hot. So we're gonna more sweat caramelize the vegetables instead of getting a really nice hard sear on them with all these fine vegetables. It'll be really easy to burn them. So you just want to do low and slow. We're gonna do about 4 to 6 minutes of sauteing on these vegetables before we add in the potatoes. Chicken's been cooking for 4 minutes. We're gonna get that flipped on the other side. Pop it out. Make sure you're working out of that oven really quickly. You're not keeping it open for prolonged amounts of time. Otherwise, everything's gonna cook really slow because the temperature is gonna get out of there. Pop back in for about another 2 minutes. Then we're gonna make sure the temperature's right and let it rest for 3 minutes. Then we're gonna slice. All right, veggies are gonna go in the pan. Pan's nice and hot. You just wanna make sure you're adjusting that heat as you're going. You can tell if you need a little bit more oil in the pan. If it's too dry, you'll kind of hear you start getting burn spots within the product. And you wanna make sure that you're just getting a really nice even heat, and oil is a good medium. Oil, butter, ghee, whatever you're using is a good medium to make sure that you're not having a dry pan. You're not cooking on a dry heat. So you're gonna get salt, pepper in here. We're gonna cook it down. Add a little bit splashes of water throughout the cooking. That'll help it steam cook, and it'll get a nice creamy consistency going before you add in the potatoes and the sauce. So if you're ever getting any hot spots and you feel like it's burning, a little bit of water off the heat will help mediate that heat. All right, chicken's coming out. We're gonna flip it over. A nice golden brown color, and we're gonna let it rest for about 3 minutes before we slice it. I'll leave it right there. All right, so you wanna make sure you get a nice golden brown on these veggies. They're nicely cooked down by half, and you don't have any really black spots. Everything's sauteed down really nice. We're gonna set these off the heat and let them cool for a second. All right, so we've got the sauteed veggies cooled and the potatoes cooled a little bit. It's just been a couple minutes. You just don't want them to be like ripping hot. And see, the great thing about not touching the potatoes when they're cooking is you're gonna get a nice golden brown side. If you're stirring them around, it's gonna bring down the temperature of the heat in the oven, and you're gonna get just very bland colored vegetables and potatoes. And so you wanna make sure that you're just letting the oven do the work, and the heat of the metal will allow you to have a really nice color on them. So we're gonna put this in the saute pan with the veg. We're gonna add about 2/3 of our sauce, the pre-made sauce that you're gonna get. We're gonna add that in right there, and you're just gonna stir. Once it warms up a little bit, you'll be able to have a really nice mix on these veggies. And then once you have this mostly all mixed, you're gonna add in most of your arugula and just allow that to sit and wilt for just a minute or so. The heat of the potatoes and the veggies in the pan will wilt the arugula a little bit, and that's kind of what you want. So while this is sitting for about 30 seconds to a minute, we're going to go ahead and slice our chicken. All right, so the chicken with the remainder of the sauce, we're gonna go ahead and spread that right on top. Just kind of use the back of your spoon. The chicken's been resting for about 3 minutes. You're gonna take that, and now we're just gonna slice nice thick slices. And you can see the chicken's got really nice, moist, juicy interior. You can see the juice just seeping out, and that's what you get from resting the chicken properly. So see in the veggies, you can still see the really nice white, creamy, sour cream. It hasn't split. If you would have it split, it'd be oily and it'd look really funky and not appetizing, but cooling veggies down just a little bit allows you to have a really nice homogeneous sauce still. And if it's too hot, you'll see it right off the bat. There's really nothing you can do at that point, but we're gonna plate now, and then we're gonna eat. But we're gonna get the veggie saute onto your plate. Just kind of spread it out however you'd like. All right, now we're gonna top this off with the chicken. Just grab your knife, slide it underneath the chicken, and just spread it on out like that. Take the rest of your arugula, top it right off onto your plate, and there you have it, finished meal. Thank you for watching this episode of Salt, Pepper, Oil. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next week with another delicious meal.